okay, let's make you confident in the next 5 minutes. Okay, so listen, a lot of people talk about confidence and they make it over complex. So let me simplify this shit right down for you. Listen, the current you and the ideal you, the gap between the current you and the ideal you is exactly the level of confidence that you have. The larger this gap is, the further these things are apart, the lower your confidence is. Because you hold certain values, certain ideals in your head about what a person should be like, what an ideal person should be like, and what you should be like, my friend. And you are not living up to those ideals, most likely, if you're not feeling confident, okay? So let's really write this down and work this out in a couple minutes, and then you'll really have a blueprint for how to be confident for yourself, okay? So listen, it's very simple. Let's say that the current you is like doing behaviors like slacking off and staying comfortable and stuff like that. So you currently have qualities like, you're staying in your comfort zone and you're being undisciplined, right? Stuff like that. But let me ask you this question to really figure out your value system for confidence. So what is a person that you really hold in high esteem, right? We talk about self-esteem. Who do you actually hold in high esteem? Because that makes it easier to figure out, right? So let's say that someone that you hold in high esteem is like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, okay? A random ass example. Now, let me ask you, why do you hold that dude in high esteem? Why do you respect him so much, right? And don't tell me it's because of fame or it's, his money, because those are superficial things, right? Because we can name a lot of people with fame and money, but you might not respect them. So what qualities does he have, right, that you will respect? So you might say this guy is like a hard worker. This guy has high discipline, okay? And this guy is, charismatic, right? Charisma. And this guy, let's say that, he has integrity, right? I don't know if he does or not, but let's say that you think that. So what we're then going to do is I'm going to ask you, okay, on a scale 1 to 10, how much do you think this guy has discipline, The Rock? Okay, you might say like 9 out of 10, right? Then you might say charisma, like 10 out of 10. Then you might say integrity, 9 out of 10, right? Now, you're scoring this guy like 9.5 or something, right? 9.6 out of 10, whatever. So this guy's a 9.6, okay? That's how you rate him in your value system. Now, I'm gonna ask you the same damn question. These qualities that are very important to you, and we could go and make 6 qualities, but just for the brief, to keep this video brief, I'm gonna do only 3. So, these qualities, how do you rate yourself in these qualities? Now, we just looked at this, right? So, looking at discipline, you might rate yourself, if you're honest with yourself, you might rate yourself a 4 out of 10, right? You might rate yourself in charisma 3 out of 10, right? You might rate yourself in integrity like a 6 out of 10. Now, that means that it's like, you're going to rate yourself a 5 out of 10, right? So this is really why you're not respecting yourself. This is not why you're not happy with yourself, okay? And then there's 2 ways to then fix this, okay? So this is the doctor's diagnosis, okay? That's step 1. However, then there's 2 ways to actually fix this, right? And that is always and only change either your, right, perception, or it is change your reality. So it's either one of these 2 ways, right? So either you're going to have to change your perception about reality, or you're going to have to change your actual reality, which means your behavior, so that your qualities will change. So your perception just means that, okay, do I really value this, right? You can ask yourself that. Or do I really think I'm a 4 out of 10? Or am I just being too hard on myself? Okay, what is my perception? Or am I just rating, is my standard too high? That's changing your perception, okay? Very simple. Changing your reality just comes down to actually changing your behavior, right? So just literally, okay, what would make me feel more disciplined? And then doing those actions, taking 1 more disciplined action a day, right? Or go and talk to 3 people a day and make yourself more charismatic, right? Score higher in your own value scorecard. It's very simple like that. Chat's changing your reality. Just take actions that align with your highest values and qualities that you respect in other people, and you'll start respecting yourself a whole lot more. Now, there's one little trick that you can do to really speed up this process, because I want you to understand that every person has a belief system, right? So you might think that you're a 4 out of 10 in discipline. However, you might say to yourself, I'm not a disciplined person. But the strongest force in the human psyche is really to stay consistent with who you think you are. So we want to change it, make a change to that identity to be able to really do this. And it comes before really changing the reality. So if you change the identity first, like how you view yourself, then you're going to match that up in reality more automatic. Okay. So how we do that is really by changing your focus. Okay. Changing your focus. And that is the third kind of magic way. And how you do that is like, you got to understand that everybody has a belief system. A belief system is built through generalizing, distorting, and deleting information. Okay. So in your lifetime, have you ever had a moment of discipline? Okay. Have you ever felt disciplined? Well, you probably have. So what I want you to do is start writing those moments down and start focusing more on those moments. And then, move it through your past and visualize those moments and see them more clearly. And now your subconscious, your nervous system, by you consciously focusing on it, that drips down into your subconscious and makes a belief system that you are actually productive, disciplined, because you're focusing on it. So your brain is gathering more and more evidence, right? And you're just getting evidence from the past that you might have pushed aside because you had already determined that you're not disciplined, okay? And then what you're gonna do is going forward, those actions that you are taking in your reality changes, you're gonna write those down and you're gonna focus on them every single day. And if you do this for like 2 weeks, 21 days or something like that, you're really gonna feel much more certain about this, and this, okay? If you're gonna take those actions, focus on those events, write it down in your notes, okay? Write every event down where you are embodying that quality, and you're gonna just line up, and this gap between the current you and the ideal you is gonna go from here to here, okay? And that means that you're gonna rate yourself higher and you're gonna be pretty damn happy with yourself. I hope that helps, my friends, and it's so good that I'm dropping my pencil. So I will see you in the next video.